the military, they teach you everything you need to know to keep yourself safe and how to do your job, but they don't tell you how to get back into the normal society.
Stuff that like Billy and I saw in Vietnam, it just doesn't go away.
I knew I was doing my job.
Veterans often lose their family while they're over there. As far as battle buddies that they once served with, that was a big family. Now that I've been here with Dogs Helping Heroes, there's another support group or another line of support other than the dogs, is the people also.
The message was very clear that it was time to start an organization to help out as many wounded veterans and first responders as we could with the help of service dogs.
I've got PTSD, which is pretty much normal for most Vietnam veterans. And now it's turned into, I've got Parkinson's, so I shake a lot. Since I've had Cash, I don't think the last winter I was with, and I didn't have a dog, it's just been me. I've lived by myself for 40 years. I haven't been married in 40 years. If I hadn't have gotten Cash, I wouldn't have made it another year. That's as simple as that. My mind was at places it shouldn't be. So since I've gotten Cash, it's pretty much given me a purpose to wake up in the morning.
We are changing lives.
The heroes, as we like to call them, the veterans and first responders, it's amazing to watch them go from these prisoners in their own home to getting their lost freedom back. And that transition, it's like watching just a flower open.
I've worked with a lot of organizations where you can throw tons of money at things and tons of time and you just don't get the impact. And I see an impact with every person that we grant a dog to.
PTSD started getting worse when he was at work, and he was forced to retire because due to his service-related disabilities, he was home a lot more. And as my children got older, couldn't, I think, hide it from them as much. And when they were younger, it was easy to stay in the house and not go many places. He didn't like to leave the house, and it hadn't always been that way. But then once he was forced to retire, he was in the house. Felt like he didn't have a purpose. And then I think once he got Duddy, he was born again. I mean, he smiled.
He's changed my life in a lot of ways. I never really went places much, movies and concerts and stuff like that, till I had him, unless my family went. I would never go anywhere alone. It was the difference between living and existing. The biggest thing that he does for me is, and this is what my wife will probably tell you, is, you know, I talk to him like he's a human being. I know that sounds absolutely absurd, but there's just things vets don't say to their families, and we keep it hidden.
I could see a dog come into somebody's life and all of a sudden they're out and about, their world has changed, they have so much life in them, they have purpose with our organization, and they're making friends.
I mean, it really is just this beautiful, slow process, but one day it just was wide open. And you see these people just come back to life directly right in front of you, and it's amazing.
Then you watch this transition unfold, and you see a person that comes and all of a sudden they have a relaxed look on their face, or they have a smile, or they're coming out to an event for the first time, and then they realize, hey, this isn't so bad.
I learned to order everything online, even groceries. Now with Wyatt, I can go to the grocery store, go get my hair cut. I used to cut my own hair. He has saved me from the prison of my apartment. People come up and talk to the dog and talk to you, and I used to not talk to people out, and he's opened me up to where I feel comfortable.
I can't deal with loud noises and a lot of crowds. It just feels like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, you know, it's consuming me. I have a lot of anxiety issues, and sometimes I have nightmares, which she has started sleeping with me. She has really bonded with me since I've gotten her. She's become like my whole life cycle, you know, as far as daily life or in the public, helping me in the store to deal with a lot of anxiety that before, when I didn't have her, I would just go almost into a panic attack. Lizzie, with her training through Dogs Helping Heroes, that it has really helped me, I think, more than I even could imagine.
The other part to it is you watch these dogs. These dogs are ordinary dogs. So a lot of them are feral, they run in the woods and then they're found. A lot of them are owner surrenders. People just don't want to take care of them anymore. Some of them have been in the rescue system for a year plus, and they're just shifted from foster home to foster home. So they just have this ordinary kind of dog life, just not really any direction, just a little bit all over the place. And then we grab a hold of them, and then they go through this transformation process once again. They go from ordinary to extraordinary.
The first day I had Ginger was in Bass Pro Shop in Clarksville, Indiana. Immediately when I took the leash from David Benson, my confidence level went up. I don't know if it was because I was focusing on other things in the environment other than people walking around or what it may have been. But Ginger gave me an immediate sense of more confidence. I use her as a little safety net, I guess, for myself when I start to feel anxious. I catch myself petting her and loving on her and hoping that she's paying attention to me too. Now I'm starting to get into daily routines where I'm able to get out of bed comfortably with Ginger being there. It gives me a reason to get up. I'm starting to see what it was like back before I deployed.
In the past, before they received the dog, if they went into a panic attack, the panic attack could outlast hours and days. Now they start to have the panic attack, and the dog, within an instant, refocuses them, and then they don't spend the rest of their day focused on what that panic attack was or what brought it on.
I felt so comfortable with Hoss, with him being there, because I know that he would do his job if I started to feel panicky or something would come up. I knew he would be there for me. He always touches me. He either lays his head on my foot or he's got his back against my leg or something. That way, if I move, he looks up to see if, you know, everything's okay. One of the training sessions with Dave was at Walmart. And I have not been in a Walmart in the middle of the day since 2009, when I came home from Iraq, which was my last tour in Iraq. I would always wait, you know, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning when there's nobody around. Everything went good. Dave, you know, taught me what I needed to know, you know, what Hoss would do and what I needed to do. The next day, I told myself, I said, I'm gonna go to Walmart by myself. It was just Hoss and I. And it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday. And I didn't buy anything. I just went in, walked around, and I told my wife, that was the first time I'd ever been in a Walmart by myself since 2009. Having Hoss, I do have my life back. I mean, just being associated with Dogs Helping Heroes, I have my life back.
It is the power of the dog, 100%. All we do is we give them opportunity. We give the dogs opportunity, we give the heroes opportunity, we give the families opportunity. They grab a hold of it, the conduit's the dog, and transformation happens every single time.